YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with the two-part series where we're going to be talking about the Washington Commanders' dream offseason, in my opinion, and then we're going to come back in the next video and talk about the realistic offseason that I think will happen for the Washington Commanders in the 2023 offseason. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into today's video. So first things first, when it comes to the Washington Commanders' dream offseason, I want to make it abundantly clear that some of these things, majority of these things, will be unrealistic because, again, this is a dream offseason. This is if I was in control and we had unlimited cap space, or not even unlimited cap space. We had the brain that 90% of this fan base would have if they was in control. Okay, because some of these moves are things that should happen, but we know we don't have the coaching staff or the brain in charge that will make these moves happen. So I do want to make it abundantly clear again, even though it's in the title, I still have to repeat myself because I already know how some of you guys are going to get in the comment section. You're still going to ignore me saying it's dream, it's unrealistic, and it's in the, even though it's in the title, you're still going to bypass all that and still say, Juan, you don't know what you're talking about. Lamar Jackson wouldn't even come here, all that. I'm just going to prepare you guys even more, but I know that ain't going to stop y'all from still saying what you want, but just can't say I didn't want you, all right? So first things first, dream off season. First thing I want them to do is to re-sign Daron Payne, okay? Now, this is coming from a guy that was, not the biggest Daron Payne fan, and it wasn't because I don't think he's a good player. It's more so because of me knowing that we're not going to be able to re-sign all of our guys, and headed into this past season, I was getting ready to be like, all right, Daron, you're going to be the odd man out. But now that totally flipped because, the guy had a season like no other. We're still waiting for Montez Sweat and Chase Young to have one of those years, and it's looking more likely one of those guys are going to be the odd man out. And quite frankly, I would prefer it that way now that I'm looking at it, because it's much easier to replace a Montez Sweat or Chase Young, and I know Montez Sweat is probably one of the most athletic edge rushers that this game has ever seen, but he still hasn't put it all together. And I'm not saying he can't. All right, he could definitely have a Daron Payne year, because again, remember, before last season happened, I was rarely willing to just let go of Daron Payne, not re-signing him. So it's definitely possible that Montez Sweat could go out there and get 13 and a half, 12 and a half, 11 and a half this year. But looking at it right now, March 8th, it's probably going to be one of these two edge rushers. And if I have to put a name right now, I'm going to say it's Montez Sweat, because although he has been better than Chase Young still has the much more better upside. We spent the number 2 overall pick on him, so they're going to be more lenient to give him room for error and more chances than Montez Sweat, because the stuff that they have invested in Chase Young, okay? So that's the first thing that I want to take care of business, is re-sign Daron Payne. And if we can get that done, we got our two big boys in the middle locked up for the near future. And we still got Fedarian Mathis. I've been hearing that him and Daron Payne were both working out. So we got Phil Mathis coming back. All right, next dream thing. Can we just clear the elephant in the room here? Dan Snyder. Okay, this probably should have been number 1, but I wasn't thinking about the overall organization until after I finished my Daron Payne point. This is number 1 of all. Dan Snyder selling this team. Okay, elephant in the room. Dan Snyder needs to sell this team. Every day we wake up, it's looking like he is going to happen, but again, it's still not 100% confirmed. I still feel like somewhere deep down inside, Dan Snyder is going to pull a trick on us, and you say, you know what? I am not selling this team. I'm going to be the owner until I die. I'm still proceeding with caution, even though every day we wake up, we get more signs that this thing is real. I'm still proceeding with caution. I'm still expecting at some point Dan Snyder's going to hit us with the, you know what? I'm not going to sell this team. But when you look at everything that's involved, he cannot keep this team. I mean, the guy, he's basically going broke. and and that's crazy to say because I mean, even him quote unquote going broke or not having as much money as he once did, he still has more money than I will ever see in my lifetime. And he can still be fine if he just sells this team. And with all the loan things that's coming out, with all of the allegations and everything, and him hiring a consultant and hiring Bank of America, and we know everything that has happened led up to this point. It's looking like he's going to sell it, and that's dream offseason number one. Okay, if he sells this team, we having a party at FedEx Field. I'm gonna be going up there, man. You know we're gonna be lit. It's gonna be like we won a Super Bowl. I mean, you got fans at the DC Defenders games saying sell the F Dan Snyder, sell the team. Okay, so we're thirsty for this, man. And we want this to happen. Okay, and it's looking like it's gonna happen every single day. But I still advise you guys to proceed with caution and do not drink all of the Kool-Aid because we know how Dan Snyder is. He could pull another one on us, and this is gonna be one that's gonna break a lot of you guys' heart. It's not gonna break my heart for the simple fact that I'm still expecting it. Okay, I'm still expecting it. All right, next thing. This is where we get a lot of bit unrealistic. The Washington Commanders should sign Lamar Jackson. Simple as that. That's my dream offseason. I understand a lot of you guys wanna have this Sam Howell hope and believe that he's the franchise guy. That's what I want too. Okay, I'm not saying I don't, but I want Lamar Jackson more than that. This guy is a proven league MVP. Okay, and it's so crazy. JP Finley made a good point on Twitter today. I think Brian Mitchell's actually the one that said it, but JP Finley tweeted it out. He's like, fans were so happy and hyped for Ryan Fitzpatrick and Carson Wentz, but y'all are saying no to Lamar Jackson. Again, a former league MVP, a guy that came into the league and took the NFL by storm. He's still one of the best quarterbacks in football. And let me shut down this injury thing, right? Because yes, Lamar Jackson has not finished the last 2 seasons healthy, but now that these teams grades have came out, okay, how much of Lamar Jackson was really the fault of him, and how much of this injury was the fault of the training staff? Because if I remember correctly, I believe the Ravens like training staff and their athletic department, whatever, got like an F. Okay, probably an F minus. And you had Rashad Bateman coming out on Twitter, voicing his opinion, saying, "How about you take care of how about you take care of your players?" So again, I'm not saying the Ravens are fully to blame for Lamar Jackson's injury, but what about the length of his injury? What if he was with a team like us that has one of the best? I guess then we have one of the best like training, strength and conditioning coaches, or whatever, or with the organization that has one of like the best team doctors and whatnot. Would his injury have taken that long? Because I mean, it was other guys that came out. I forgot his name, but he said he went to the Ravens, and before going to the Ravens, he had a healthy career. But once he got to Baltimore, he had like a career-ending injuries. He had 3 or 2 back-to-back. Okay, so looking at that again, how much of that do you think is on Lamar Jackson and not the Ravens training staff? That is something that a lot of people aren't thinking about when they think about when they hear Lamar Jackson's injured during the most important part of the season. That is something that you have to consider. I want us to sign Lamar Jackson. I wish we had a coaching staff, a front office that would at least attempt. Like it's up to Lamar Jackson whether he wants to sign with us, okay? But at least attempt. At least give us some type of hope. But we're not even going to do that. We're not even going to do that, bro. So next thing that I want Washington to do that would be a dream off-season move for me would be to find a lockdown corner to add to this defense. Now, I'm fine if we draft the left tackle. In fact, cornerback and left tackle are the two ones that I want us to draft in the first round. But more so corner. If we could find a lockdown corner to go pair up with Benjamin St. Juste and Kenneth Fuller and stuff like that, that would be amazing. I want Christian Gonzalez because I feel like he is the one that is probably like the most flexible, and he reminds me a lot of Benjamin St. Juste. Hopefully better hands. No shade to BSJ, but hopefully better hands. And he may be the best corner. But he's not gonna be there at 16. That's why he's in this dream scenario. We're probably gonna end up with a Joey Porter Jr., a Branch from Alabama, maybe a Witherspoon from Illinois. We may end up with one of those guys, but Gonzalez is like the dream guy that I want. So he's in here because I don't think he's gonna be around. So that's another dream move that I want us to have, man. He's fast. He ran a 4.38 at the combine. He has good size. Okay, he's quick. He can play outside, inside. He's all the package that we need. Next thing, okay. I want us to find a good quality guards. No, notice I said meaning multiple. I want us to find good quality guards, man. I know we drafted Chris Paul, but how much faith do you have in Chris Paul to come in and start? You don't. So I hope like we can spend we can find a way to get some more early picks or something. Maybe trade back at 16. Find a way to get some early picks and then get some good quality guards, man. We need them. I will re-sign Wes Schweitzer. That's a part of my dream off season. I will re-sign Tyler Larson. I know these guys are guys that have dealt with injuries, but they're good when they're out there and when they're depth pieces. Our depth right now is trash, so we need them back. So re-sign those guys and find us some good quality guards in the early parts of the draft. Next offseason move that I would like the Washington Commanders to make regarding this team is going to be re-signing Taylor Heinicke. Okay, I know a lot of y'all like Taylor Heinicke is not all that. We can replace him. He's gonna be a threat to Sam Howell. I hear what y'all gotta say, but I want Taylor Heinicke. Okay, he wants to be back here. He is a fan favorite. Okay. And he's one of the best backups in football. Yes, we can go the Jacoby Brissett route. Yes, we could go the Teddy Bridgewater route. You know what I mean? But who really wants to do that? I don't want to do that. I'd much rather have my guy, Taylor Heinicke. Bring him back. Okay, he's not going to be a threat to Sam Howell. And honestly, if he's a threat to Sam Howell and Sam Howell can't beat Taylor Heinicke out in training camp, then he doesn't need to start. Sam Howell likes Taylor Heinicke. Taylor Heinicke likes Sam Howell. So that camaraderie is going to already be there. You already know they're going to work together. It just makes all the sense in the world. Yes, he's going to learn a new playbook. Okay, I understand that. But I think Taylor Heinicke's capable enough to learn a new playbook. It just seems like some of y'all, I understand they have a connection, but it just seems like some of y'all only think Taylor Heinicke is capable of knowing Scott Turner's offense. I think he is capable enough to learn another playbook. So Taylor Heinicke, I want him back. And the last thing, dream move that I would like us to make is to resign Cole Holcomb. A lot of you guys just want to blow over Cole Holcomb. A lot of you guys just feel like he's so replaceable. Okay, he's a guy that is homegrown, and that's one thing that we need to do more of, and that we have been doing lately with Terry McLaurin and Jonathan Allen is resigning our own guys. And Cole Holcomb is one of our own. Not to mention, he is really good when he plays. He can do it all. He can tackle, come downhill. He can play a little bit of pass coverage. He's running that mic, and he was building that chemistry with Jamin Davis. Jamin Davis heading into his third year, so we cannot break this up. And no, he's not a Shaquille Leonard. He's not a Devin White. He's not a Tremaine Edmonds, but he's our guy. Okay, we know how good Cole can be when he's healthy. So that's the last thing that I want us to do, and I hope we can do that. And I think we're going to get that done. But that is all for my dream off season for the Washington Commanders. What is your dream off season for the Washington Commanders consist of? Leave your comments down below. I'm intrigued to hear what you have to say. As always, it's me, your boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hail to the Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Thank you so much. See you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.
Cost me one time, that's gonna get you pop. Get you pop.